It's Thursday night. It's the Thursday night phone-in, boys and girls. The Thursday night phone-in. Thursday the 13th of February 2020. Welcome to our little Thursday night chat box. We weren't here last week. Well, I can't remember what I was doing last week. What happened last Thursday so I couldn't be here? Oh, I was at BBC Berkshire last week, wasn't I? I was at BBC Berkshire. But here we are, back in the Mirrorball Studios here in Royal Berkshire. Now, I'm on a different microphone tonight. I'm just trying out the guest microphone. So it may sound exactly this. I'm hoping it'll sound almost exactly the same to you. Do let us know if it's that bad or that good or whatever. Do let us know in the next few minutes, because I can always swap back over to the other one, which is sitting right next to me. But I'm using this one specifically for Dave Moses, who runs a little radio station. He was intrigued that I'd found a microphone of decent quality for 25 quid instead of like 250, 500 quid, something like that. I'll be honest with you, I don't own one. But if I had the money, I would be buying one of those £2,000 microphones. Oh, yes. Because that's my thing, you see. These blokes who go around, they spend more on football in a year than I would be spending on my microphone, dear. Yes, it's what your thing is, isn't it? Some people like fishing, collecting stamps. Mark Bowles, he's not with us tonight, is he? Mark does coin collecting, doesn't he? He spends his money on that. I spend my money on stuff so that I can bring you this highly rated television broadcast to the world. Thank you very much. Your messages coming in there. I shall come to those very quickly, actually, tonight. All right, so there we are. I have very good news. I have managed to get my Amazon Echo devices working. Yeah, that was good. Oh, dear. So if I can tell you, I've got several of these Amazon Echo device type things. I've got 4 little Echoes. You know, the ones that were £22 each just before Christmas. I think on what's it called? Black Thursday? Cyber Monday, whatever it was, just before Christmas last year. I bought one and was so impressed with what it could do, because I didn't really know before. Turning things off and on, this, that, the other, playing the radio, talking to it when there's no one here to talk to. Just talk to me, Amazon Echo. You know, I often find I always win the argument when I'm talking to my Amazon Echo. Fantastic. So I'm talking to that, and I was so impressed with it, I bought another 3. So I've got 2 up the the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex, and I've got 2 in my house under the Mirrorball Studio here as well. Okay? You know, so I'm quite pleased about that. Wayne says it's not as good quality as usual, the sound. See, I won't know until I go back to the other one. That's the trouble, because I can't hear all the settings. I've got all the settings on the same. Let's see what other people say as well. Are you listening on the phone or watching on the telly, Wayne, as a matter of interest? If you could let us know that. I've had this. So I've got the 4 of those. And for my birthday, my mate bought me an Echo Show, which is the thing with the screen, right? This is where it started giving me a problem, or I thought it was that giving me a problem. The sound on that was really bad, so we sent it back and we got a replacement. In fact, I gave them the extra money for an upgrade so an Echo Show to an Echo 8. So I've got an 8 now in the house. That's the one with the screen. And I realised I couldn't call no one could call me. I could call them, because with this thing, you don't have to actually pick anything up to call them. You just say, Amazon Echo, you use that word, right? Amazon Echo, call whoever. And you can either call their Echo devices if they've got one, or their telephone. Fantastic. Except no one seemed to be able to call me. And last night, we spent a good half hour on the phone last night with my mate. We couldn't work out why he couldn't call me. And we thought it was him. And then this morning I asked my nephew Gary to call me, and he couldn't call me either. So I thought, right, well, the problem must be my end then. So I'm on the phone today to Amazon. I think you go through to the States. He sounded American to me, this bloke. I don't know who it was, but he was extremely helpful. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. Okay, you've just had to turn it up a little bit louder than normal. Okay, that's not a sort of quality issue. I can turn it up this end. We'll whack that up a little bit more, hit this end, okay? Just going to turn it up a little bit more this end. All right, I've turned that up. Turn it up just a touch. See how that goes. The only thing is I don't like it to go too loud because when I laugh, my laugh is really loud. You know, you would want me to employ me. If you were a comedian, you would want to employ me to sit at the front of your show and laugh. I'm very good at laughing. Because we have to laugh, dear. There's too many miserable people around in this world. Most of them on this chat show. Most of them are here. Anyway, so he couldn't call me. So I'm on the phone to this bloke at Amazon who was or tried to be extremely helpful. I'll be honest, I don't think he knew half of what he was doing. I really don't. And we went through, he was obviously reading from a screen, you know, try this, try that, and we're doing all this stuff. And then we were looking at this, the call went on for half an hour, about half an hour. And we're trying all these different things. Have you tried resetting it? I said, well, it's not that unit, because none of them ring. When someone tries to call me, they get a message saying I'm not available. Okay? So it can't be one gadget. So we're doing all this. And for some reason, I happened to look in the app, because in the app on your iPhone, it's got all your gadgets listed, right? I happened to look at my home bedroom one, and it said do not disturb. I had switched on do not disturb on the home bedroom one. Only that one. But it would appear, unbeknown to me, and I just came across this accidentally. He didn't ask me that question, strangely enough. He came... Sorry, I'm referring to messages. I can't refer to messages while I'm doing the chat, otherwise it goes wrong. I'll come back to those in a moment, my darlings. Thank you very much for the messages coming in. He didn't ask me that specific question. I just happened to look and it said do not disturb. And I said to the bloke at that point, I bet you if I turn that off, they'll all start working. So I turned it off. I texted my nephew, Gary. He immediately called me and it worked. So that was it. So bear that in mind. If you have Amazon Echo devices in your house and you put one on Do Not Disturb, none of them will ring. Be warned of that, because the bloke didn't seem to know either. It's all play as you go, isn't it? Or not pay as you go. Certainly not here, play as you go. It's all pay as you go. That's exactly what it is. So I'm very pleased to announce that people with my phone number and with other Echo devices who know me and have my contact details can now call me on my Amazon Echo devices. Marvellous. We love the technology when we work. We absolutely hate it when it doesn't, don't we? Eh? Okay, let's read some of your messages this evening. Good evening to Mick Davenport, Adrian Richardson, and then we get on with the phone-in chats. Okay, I've got lots of subjects for you to talk about this evening. I hope you're going to enjoy the show, and pay a little bit of attention when I read out your subjects, and you can choose one of them perhaps to call in with and talk about what we got. There's about 5 different things here to choose from this evening, all right, which I'll read to you when I've said hello to everyone. Hello to Heidi. Good evening, Heidi. Little kisses from Heidi there. Good evening to Michael Lawrence. Evening, Michael Lawrence. Evening to you. Lines are not open yet. They're not open yet, my darlings. Michael Lawrence in the house. We've got MP Dodsworth. Hello to everyone. And Mick, a.k.a. Victor Mildrew. How rude. And Mandy, who's been doing regular beatings today, I gather. Mandy's been doing regular beatings this evening. Evening to Russ Vernon. Hello, sir. Fran Green in the house this evening. All right. Looks like Mandy's been beating him enough. Excellent news. Ray Reynolds in the house. Good evening, Ray. Hello, Ray. Mick's had a run-in with some feral kids, have you? Firing plastic pellets. Oh, for God's sake. Really? God, where's that? That's Bristol, isn't it? Is that Bristol there? Gosh, how awful. How awful. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Mick. Yeah, very sorry to hear that. All right. I've just jumped down there. Oh, let's have a look. There's Ray. There's Mick. Michael Parman. Very good morning to you. Is it morning where you are now, Michael? I think it's morning. We're a breakfast show in Australia. Good morning. Good day to you. And welcome to another breakfast show here on United Kingdom Talk. As a sort of slight Australian-American type accent. I couldn't decide where I was. I can never decide where I want to be honest. I'm quite happy to just sit here. Forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever, you'll be the one. Yes. Today's news from your MP, I have sacked the cabinet. Well done, MP. What's going on there? He's had a good old shuffle around today, hasn't he? I hope there's no one shuffling while they're watching this show, incidentally. I should be very disappointed to find out if anyone's shuffling away while they're watching me on the telly. Good evening to George Bond. Evening to you, sir. Luke Trott. Evening, Luke. Welcome, Luke. Rowan Riley in the house. Evening, Rowan. Christina Hunt. Hello, Christina. Long time no see. Good evening to Christina Hunt. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Paulie H in the house. Good evening to Paulie H. If you haven't been with us for a while, you'll notice the chat's on slow, which means you can only send a message every 25 seconds because otherwise there's just too many coming in to cope these days. All right, my darlings, hope that's okay. Tell your Echo to open fart sounds. Oh, I've done that one, Rachel. I've done that one, Rachel. Here's a little idea for you, gang. I came across this in a paper. When you're round someone else's house, right, you've got to do this. You've got to do this. Now, I can't remember what the title is now. Like you can play around with it and you'll get it right. Okay? When you're around someone else's house, when they've left the room and they're out of hearing sight, set an alarm for 2 o'clock in the morning on their Echo device for it to play horror sounds. Actually, let me see if I can do that. Alexa, play horror sounds. Alexa, volume 10. Yeah, that's it. Alexa, stop. So when you remember that, when you're around someone's house, or ghost sounds, something like that, play around with it on your devices at home. Go around someone else's, make sure they're out of your voice hearing range, and then say, set alarm for 2 a.m. to play horror sounds or ghost noises. Oh, aren't I awful today? There's some fun for you to have there, all right, my loves? Fun for you to have there. Where are we? Oh, it's Christina's birthday today. Is it really? Happy birthday, Christina, darling. Happy birthday to you, my love. We'll sing happy birthday to you then. Hang on a minute. Christina's birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Christina. Happy birthday to you. All right, Christina. Happy birthday, my love. Happy birthday, darling. Excellent. We got a birthday there. Heidi says it's better. Good. So I just whacked up the volume a bit. That seems to have made a difference. But no one's complaining, really. No one's complaining about that. Good. So that seems to work quite well. That we'll stay on that one tonight. And I'll swap back to the other one. This is my new guest microphone. Guest, because I'm hoping to have a couple of people come in over the next month or so while we're here on a Thursday night. Good evening, Yvonne Lemon. Evening with you. Jerry Millen in the house. Good evening, Jerry. Sean Pye. Evening, Sean. All your T-shirts went off earlier. Those of you that bought a T-shirt. We got T-shirts now. T-shirts. We got. Do you want to? There some new people here. Might not have seen them. So let's do this. We got black XXL. Okay, only one. Black XXL. We got white XXL. We got 3 of those. We've got 1 black medium. We got 2 white mediums. We got 1 black large, and we got 4 black large. These are the T-shirts. Okay, these are the T-shirts that we are done. Thank you very much to Lee, who printed all these for us. They are £11. So if you want one of those, it's an £11 super chat that will arrive in the post for you. I'll post it off tomorrow. If you want one of those, £11 super chat, okay? As long as the other various bits and pieces. Key rings, £2.50 for one of those. These are all done on super chats. £2.50 for a key ring. We got the old key rings. These came out really badly, so I don't sell these. But to put that in the post costs about £1.50. So if you want one of those, £1.50 super chat for a key ring. We got stickers. Here's the stickers. 1 for £1 or 5 for £2. These are the stickers. And we got super chat pens. Not many of those left. They're £2 super chat pens, and of course the badges, which I've got one of those on. Badges, £2 super chat for the badges. Right, there's little bits of merch that you can have if you want or not. That's okay. Let's have a look there. Or Joe, I've probably set your alarms off now, have I? Sorry about that. I'm 5:52 a.m. in the morning. Oh, so I am a breakfast show. There you go. I'm an early no, that's not a breakfast show, Michael. That's an early breakfast show. That's an early breakfast show there. Gosh. Wow, I am early there. Thank you very much. Hello to Boris the Busker. Hello, Boris. Welcome to the show. You're new as well. Nothing too serious here, Boris. Just fairly light-hearted rubbish. A bit of banter going on there. People being vile to each other on the chat shops. Usually me, actually. They attack me on the chat. As soon as something goes wrong in their lives, I get the blame. It's true. It's true. And so, like when we do the raffle tickets later, if I miss out a name, you think it's the end of the world. You think I've picked their name out purposely to avoid them. Oh, you went down everyone and you missed me out. It's a bit like that. It's a bit like that here. Oh, yes, dear, yes. Welcome, Boris. Whereabouts are you, sir? Hello to Amelia Dodd. Evening. There is Martin Butler, who is watching us on a 65-inch TV in Cyprus. Cyprus. Oh, you do get the comments on the screen. I didn't know that. You do get the comments on the screen. There you go. There's something we didn't know. So he's I don't know how he's messaging then. Oh, he's probably on his phone as well there. That's my brother-in-law, Martin. Evening, Steph Diamond. Joseph McDonald is coming back from España tomorrow. Your fridge magnet should be in that post. It should be there waiting at the bottom of your doorstep, my dear. Waiting at the bottom of your doorstep. I'm glad to see that Mick's Rottweiler chased them. Excellent news. Excellent news, that. We did Christina's birthday, didn't we? We've said hello to Christina. Lots of people wishing you happy birthday there. Trevor Campbell in the house. I've set his Amazon thing off again. Yeah, but if you don't do anything, I always say stop. Have you noticed that? If I accidentally say the Amazon word, then I always say stop after we finish doing what we're doing. So if you just shut up for 5 minutes and wait, I will shut it up as well for you. We provide all the services here completely free of charge. All right. Hello to Matthew Van. Evening, Matthew. We've jumped down a little bit there. Is there anything of interest? I don't want to miss anything out there. Luke, there's Luke and Matthew Van just joining us there. Excellent. Excellent. We're there. We're there. Okay, doke. So it's the phone-in show tonight. We'll be opening the lines very, very shortly this evening, boys and girls. Some bits and pieces for you to think about. This is the stuff you could call in about tonight. Okay. So cancelling insurance companies, cancelling electric companies, your mobile phones. Good evening, LaBelle. Evening. Your emerald-eyed king of magic is here. Evening, Trevor. Cancelling phones, mobile phones, whatever. Have you ever had to cancel something, and how difficult was it? Okay? The most difficult thing. I asked because tonight I cancelled HomeServe. I had an insurance with HomeServe. Their opening offer, their opening offer last year was £1 every 3 months. A total cost of, I think it was £1, was it? No, it was £12 for the entire year. £12 to cover all my drains and everything. It was £12. Okay? So I got the renewal thing in, which is here. Relax, you are covered. New premium this year from £12 to ring, £90. I don't think so. I don't think so. £90. So they wanted to put it up from £12 to £90. Okay? I did what I do with everything. Mobile phone contracts, insurance companies, electric, gas, all those things. I never, ever renew them when the letter comes in, because more often than not, it's a lot more expensive than it would be by going to a new person. There is nothing for loyalty these days. There hasn't been for years. You know, it used to be years ago, if you stayed with the same company, it's thanks ever so much for being with us this year. Next year, we'll do you this offer. Doesn't happen anymore. They try and screw as much money as they possibly can out of you. So you never, ever accept whatever it is coming for the guys. Car insurance is the best one. Evening, Stephen. Welcome to the show, Stephen. Car insurance is the best one. It is an absolute scandal how that goes up. All right? So don't do it. So I went straight on the internet, did some more searching. I found British Gas. We're doing something for... where's that bit of paper gone? Where's that bit of paper gone? Doesn't matter. British Gas worked out to something like £60 a year. And Scottish Power worked out £3 a month. So that's 3, 6, that's 30, that's £36 a year. For the same thing. So I'm on the phone, straight on the phone, dear. Straight on the phone to cancel the thing. You know, hello, I'd like to cancel my policy. Oh, okay. After pushing all that business, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, Christ, I can't bear it, dear. Can't bear it. Anyway, so I eventually get through to this woman on the phone and told her what I wanted to do. Oh, I just put you through to the right department. Thank you very much. Then the phone starts ringing. Now, I will say it took a long time for them to answer. A very long time. You know, if you want to keep me as a customer, or at least try, you need to be answering that phone in seconds, mate. Very bad. Very bad. And I thought, well, if it takes them this long to answer the phone when I'm trying to cancel a contract and you don't really want to keep me, how long is it going to take? You know, if I've got a problem. All that business. Push this, push this, push this. Okay. So anyway, eventually I got through to a lovely lady, actually, Carol. They always seem to be called Carol or something. Who was English? She was English. It wasn't like a foreign call centre. They're a nightmare to deal with, foreign call centres. Absolutely a nightmare. Who is that keep calling in? We haven't opened the phone lines yet. Why are people calling in when they haven't opened the phone lines? Not open yet. Please stand by. So so after speaking to Carol extensively, she cancelled the contract. And actually, it wasn't that easy. It was quite easy. She was ever so nice on the phone, and she was clearly old school. I could tell she was sort of around my age, possibly a little bit older. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. She cancelled it. She said, can I ask you why? I said, well, Scottish Power, £3 a month. She said, I can see what I can do on the 90. I said, okay. She said, but I have to tell you, it won't be anywhere near the £3 a month. She said, it sounds like an introductory offer. I said, yeah, exactly what yours was last week. I said, save your breath. I said, I'm going to cancel unless you can match that. She said, okay. And she cancelled it there and then. And I'll get a letter through the post, and that was it. And that was fairly easy. I'll say it was fairly easy to do that. Fairly easy to do that. Right? So that was that. The worst one I ever tried to cancel was with the 3 telephone network. Now I'm with them now, and after I managed to cancel it, it just didn't end there. I kept getting bills. One letter would say I owed them this money. Another would say I'm in credit and they will send me a cheque. And it went on forever and ever. They were an absolute nightmare to try and cancel a contract with. That's the 3 telephone network. And this is, I'm going back here about 10 years here or so. No, got to be about 20 years. We just had a super chat come in, boys and girls. Thank you very much to Michael Harniman for a £5 super chat tonight. Thank you very much, Michael. Very kind of you and appreciated. Is there any one of those items, sort of £5 or below, you wanted? If so, send us an email. Tell us what you want with your full postal address, and I'll pop that in the post for you. You can have for that a key ring or stickers or pen. I think that's it. Those items there. So if you would like one of those, Michael, just pop me an email in. Tell me what you want with your full postal address, and I'm happy to put that in the post for you. All right, it's very much appreciated. Or you don't have to have anything if it's just a tip. Thank you very much, Michael. Okay. Yes. So back to the 3 telephone network, and they were an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I'm on the phone to this bloke, right, who's, I don't know, in India, somewhere like that. And it went on and on and on. And at the end, near the end of the call, he said, I'm now on my knees. I'm begging you to give up. I'm serious. This is what he said to me. I'm on my knees. I'm begging you to give us another chance. I'm absolutely begging you to give us another chance. And I went mad. I went mad on the phone. I said, cancel the thing. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. And that was it then. So that was cancelled. But as I say, the stuff kept coming in. Thank you very much, Wayne, for that. Thank you, Wayne. The letters kept coming in, and I started ignoring them. Oh, nightmare. So the 3 network was the worst one. So have you ever had to cancel anything like that? Anything like that at all? If you have, why don't you call in and tell me about it? There's the phone number up there if you want to call in about that. Only that, nothing else, only that, then call in. No phone calls to say, oh, just wanted to say hello. That's a bit of a boring phone call, okay? Has to be interesting. You need to be interesting. So if you want to call in about that one, call in now, okay? Call in now. All right. Messages coming in there. Oh, just can I just ask you? Watch the amount of emojis. I hope you don't mind me asking you this. There seems to be some sort of problem with the algorithms, right? You see where you're doing those thumbs up like that in the text. That seems to be mucking up the algorithms. I'm not quite sure, but I keep getting messages. I think it's they look at it as spam, to be honest. Anyway, let's take a phone call now. There we are. Phone line ringing. And who's on the line, please? Nope, no one. Okay. Right, let's just get rid of that. No one on there. And right, okay, that's gone. Excellent. Okay. Yes, it's doing something to the algorithm. We're not quite sure what, but my brother-in-law reckons if you have lots of icons, emojis, apparently that's not good. Oh, you can't win really, can you? So it's probably too late now with the amount of emojis up there already, but we'll talk about that perhaps another day. I'm not sure what to do about that. Let's take another call. Wayne's on the line. Good evening, Wayne.
Good evening, Chris. How are you?
Lovely to hear you, sir. Whereabouts are you in? You're not on the bus or something like that, are you, dear?
No, I'm safely sat at home. I'm not driving tonight.
I've always wanted to open those doors on a bus. Oh, I like the noise. Have you got folding doors? Are they folding doors or do they come... like the ones on the tube trains? Not the tubes so much, but the network southeast, whatever they're called, southwest trains. Southwest trains. The doors come out and open, don't they?
Yeah, on coaches they tend to come out and then sideways like that. And then others, on buses, they tend to go inwards and sort of like open up in the middle.
All right. What doors have you got on yours?
On the buses, I've got ones that open up and split in the middle.
Oh, okay. I love them. I like.
Yeah.
I used to like the old underground doors. They were really heavy, and the noise they would make when they open. Can I just do an impression of the noise to the millions of people watching this program at the moment? Do you mind?
Of course you can. Go on.
And then you get that noise. Then you get that noise on the underground train. And then wait, it's got to take off now. Thank you very much, Wayne. Thank you very much. I think I could get a job because there's a bloke who does that, isn't there? There's a bloke who sits on the train making those noises down a microphone, dear.
Oh, of course, yeah.
What you got for us tonight, Wayne? Where are you, Maidenhead?
I know, I'm in Reading tonight.
In Reading?
In Reading, yes.
Ghastly place. Well, at least you've still got the John Lewis down there. They think they're closing a few, dear.
Indeed. And we haven't got coronavirus. You've got it over in Bracknell at the moment.
Not in this house, my darling. I'm just wondering if I've had it, actually. Because, I've had this little bit of a cough for a while now, dear. I think I've had it already. I'm probably a carrier, infecting people as we speak, dear.
Yes, over those microphones that you give out.
Thank you very much. How's this mic sounding? Did you say not as good? Are you watching on a telly?
I am. I think when you listen back to it, there's if you turn your head away from the mic slightly, it does drop out. Whereas your normal one, if you move very slightly, it still picks you up.
Right. Okay. So I'm just trying it as a guest microphone. Would you like me to swap back to the other one? Shall I swap back to the other one? No, I can't bear the moaning, to be honest. I can't bear the moaning. I've just got to take... No, I can't stand it, Wayne. Just a moment here. We've just got to put that on there, and then we swap that over.
I'm so sorry, people watching.
Just a moment, and now we're swapping over now. And there we are. We're back on the old one. There we are. That's done.
Yes.
How painless was that? Wasn't that painless, dear? Painless.
Oh, you're such a professional. It's like you've been on the BBC.
It was absolutely painless. Unlike you people having to watch this thing. That must be very painful, Wayne.
Oh yes, yeah. It's quite funny. I'm getting a very bad delay on the watching you on the TV, and you're just moving the microphone around now. So it's clearly a 10-second delay.
Oh yes, there's always about a 10-second delay. It depends on the internet how busy it is, really.
Yeah. Anyway, going back to contracts
Yes,
you were talking about.
please.
I had a very similar experience. I'm with Three at the moment, but very similar experience about 10 years ago with Three. And like you say, they always beg you to stay.
Oh.
And once they had actually finished and cancelled the contract, they then sent me a text the following day.
Yeah.
And I think at the time I was paying somewhere around about £25 for, it wasn't quite all you can eat, but it was a very high amount of data and texts and calls, etc. Anyway, the next day they sent me this text. It's not too late to change your mind, and we will give you the same package for £8 a month.
£8? Oh, well, I bet you stayed then, didn't you? You tight-fisted old thing.
Well, by then I'd already moved to the other mobile phone company.
This is the trouble, isn't it? You've already decided to go. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So what happened?
It's well worth haggling with some companies, but yeah, I have to say, Three are certainly very hard to get out of. They beg you and they give you little sweeteners and. One of the easiest ones I've ever had, mobile phone wise, was actually Tesco's. Just phoned up and the lady said, "Oh, I'm sorry you're leaving. Here's your pack number, and if we can be of service in the future, let us know."
I found that with EE. I was with EE, of course, Orange previously. Then they became EE, and I only left them. I only left them because Three were offering me the unlimited data. And my EE bills were something like £45 a month. And that was SIM only, £45 a month for X amount of data. I'm going back here about 3 years. And then Three came along and started doing unlimited data for something like, as you say, £25 a month. Was something like that, and that's why I left. And I rang up EE, and they were quite easy. I offered them. They were on the phone about half an hour trying to keep me, admittedly, but I said, look, if you could give me unlimited data, I'm happy. I'll even pay a little bit more, but this is what I want. And they say, I'm sorry, sir, we can't offer that to you, and that's why I went. I mean, how stupid can you be? Why wouldn't you match a competitor there and then? I gave them the chance and they didn't want to do it. So that was it. I was off. I've been all right with Three, to be honest. We've had a little bit of few issues with the internet up at the caravan at the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex. But down here, fine. The phone is certainly all right. I've never really had a problem with their phone. But then again, I don't buy a phone from a phone company now, Wayne. I'll save up the money and buy the phone outright.
I do the same.
So I just have a SIM only. And mine, I think I'm paying at the moment for my Three £20 a month. Never really had an issue. But to leave them, I do, absolute nightmare.
I do exactly the same. And in January, I went in to see them because I know I've been an hour, a year even, with them. And I knew I only was in the contract for a year. And I said, what's the best you can do? And I said, I would like a second SIM. And they said, okay, we can look at that for you. Yes, it's £18. I said, right, I'm currently paying 20. So that's £18 for each, is it? No, that's £18 for two.
Well, why would you need a second SIM? What's that for?
Because I'm going to get rid of my home broadband and have I'm going to buy a mobile hub.
Oh, you're going to buy a 4G router?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Okay. Are you going to buy I know a little bit about these. Are you going to buy the home one or the little white flat box?
No, I'm going to buy a Netgear. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the code, but it's a Netgear one, and it's basically looks like a router.
Yes,
and you just slot a SIM into it, and they're the best on the market.
I tell you why I asked that. If you buy the white one, which is perfectly all right, little flat box, the only thing is, if the power goes off, when it comes back on again, it's defaulted to off. Okay, so it won't. Yeah, so it won't come on again until you press that button and hold it. So if you was out somewhere, power's gone off, and then I don't know if you've got hive heating or anything. I mean, homes are becoming right. Okay, well you wouldn't be able to turn it on again if your power went off. Whereas with the home ones, it's a physical button, like the one I've got. What have I got? Isn't that what did you say the make was?
Netgear.
No, I haven't got Netgear. It might be TP Link. I've got a TP-Link 4G home router, and the Huawei ones as well. Once you've turned them on, if the power goes off, when it comes back on again, they default to on. So they come back on again,
Right.
which is exactly what you want. Make sure that the router that you're buying is the same as that. Otherwise, you don't want one that's going to default to off.
Thank you for that. I will call you tomorrow and get the model number from that. So I need to. That's what I need to get. I didn't actually think about that, to be honest with you. I've got Nest, which is like Hive.
Yes.
And I need to be able to tap into it. And I've also got a couple of other items I turn on from my phone. So yeah, that is a must.
Yeah, it is a must. Are you buying it from Amazon?
Yes, I am, yes.
Oh, well, that's no problem then, is it? Just order it, and if it's not what you want, send it back. Easy. Brilliant.
Yeah.
My guess is if it's a home one, it will default to on. But you just try it out. Once you've got it all set up and all that, it's a bit of a pain having to put, because of course you've got to put all the new router in, the details and your code and everything, all the little smart devices. Once it's set up, once it's all working, leave it for a while and then go and turn the power off. Right? Leave it for a minute or so, turn it on again. If it comes on, happy days. Happy days are here again, the sky above. See how I am, a mountain of free knowledge, boys and girls. You could be charged £2.50 a minute for that if you rung up someone, dear.
Oh, I bet hang up now then, bye.
Oh, at least buy a T-shirt while you're there, my love. How rude.
I can't afford that. I can't afford £2.50 a
What,
minute.
the money you're on, you're having a laugh. DJ, karaoke, drive buses, what do you do with it all, Wayne? Because you certainly don't spend it on clothes, do you, dear? Good God.
No,
No.
I couldn't afford your jackets.
Thanks for calling, Wayne.
Take care, Chris.
Cheerio, bye now. There we are, Wayne calling in from Reading there. Which is Wayne calling in from Reading. Lovely to hear his voice. Talking about the cancellation of contracts. Have you ever done that? Call in and let me know. 020 8144 3477 is my phone number. Is that? Where is it now? There it is. 020 8144 3477. Have you ever cancelled a contract? How hard was it? I'll give you another couple of subjects in a minute for you to talk to. Let's have a look at your messages there. Michael's got the home one here at my flat. Not sure what model. So yours defaults to on, does it, Michael? If the power goes off and it comes on again, does it come on again on its own? That's the trouble. The little white ones, as I say, if the power goes, the battery dies, it won't come on again when the power comes on. You have to physically push the button to turn it back on again, which is a bit of a pain, really. Not suitable for homes, really. Although I used one for a while, Chris Davis says, can't be Asus routers. They're rock solid. Okay. I didn't know they even made routers, to be honest. Asus. Didn't know that. Mick had the same with car insurance. Changed from a big engined car to a small engined one. The premium went from £400 to £840. I told him to shove it and went with Tesco. Never ever accept the renewal fee. Never accept that. Question it. Get on the phone to them and do your research first. Before you ring them to get a better quote, see what else you can get, and then they will say to you, can we ask you, have you found a better quote elsewhere? And then it's up to you whether you tell them or not. I tend not to tell them. Yes, and they say, can you tell us how much it was? No, because they might well go below that quote. If you tell them the quote, they might go just below that quote, whereas they might go further down the list. So don't tell them what your other quote is when you ring up. All right. Michael had a Netgear one at one of theirs. Never really had a problem with that. Excellent. Hello to High Grade Gaming. Hello, my love. Hello, High Grade Gaming. Welcome to the show. Michael's with 3. He's paying £20 a month. It's the best to buy the phone outright. Everyone says that. Everyone says that. Blokes on the radio say that. You get these technology blokes on the radio. Always better to try and buy your phone outright and stick it to your budget. If you cannot afford the iPhone 11, I don't have an iPhone 11, then get the iPhone 8, 7, 6, 5, what you can afford. Don't start borrowing money to buy stuff all the time. I was taught never to borrow money, except for a house and a car. That's it. Only ever borrow money for your house, buy a house, and buy a car. Maybe if you've got something terribly wrong with you, you might want to jump the queue of the NHS, and you could pay perhaps for an operation. Some of them, it depends what it is, you know. Heart operation is something like 50 grand, so I don't think we'll be doing that, but there we are. Paul Adamson, hello Paul. Not to make anyone jealous, T-Mobile in Holland is giving me unlimited data on phone, 25 euros. Euros, dear? We don't talk euros on this programme, dear. United Kingdom, dear. Euros? Good God, no thank you very much. 25 euros a month, which is about, I think it's about 24 quid that. And 1 gig fibre internet unlimited. So that's not bad, is it? Not bad at all. Evening to Gavin Bass joining us there. Hello, Gavin. Welcome along to Mondo. Welcome along to Mondo. He's just joining us as well. Let's see. Is that everyone we said hello to there? Anything else of interest? There we go. George Bond is calling in. Good evening to George. Hello, George.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, George. All right. You ever cancelled a contract at all?
I just want to let you know.
Yes.
When I call you, because I text you twice, but obviously you're busy.
Yes.
To answer.
Yes.
It says please press a number to connect you.
On what? Press 7 to connect.
It said 9 this time.
Oh well, I don't know what that is.
No.
Don't know what that is, I'm afraid, George. No idea what that is. Usually you just ring, unless, of course, I'm on another call. If I'm on another call, I can't take yours.
No, I just went to call you now. It's the please press 9 to connect.
I don't know what all that's about. I don't think Wayne had a problem. Wayne, can you text us? Let know. Did you just call the number and you came through? It must be something to do at your end, George. All right?
Yeah. Another thing, I might not be with my girlfriend long.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Never mind. There's always others. Have you ever cancelled a contract of any sort, George?
Not really, no.
Not really? Okay. Well, it's nice to talk to you. You have a good night, George, all right?
Yeah.
Cheerio now. There we are. George Bond calling in there, boys and girls. Have you ever cancelled anything like that? Give us a call. 020-8144-3477 is the phone number today. Hello to RT Official. Welcome, RT. There's our Ryan. All right, Ryan. Ryan Gordon's there. Hello, Ryan. Welcome to the show. He was there at the karaoke this week. Michael's, yes, he's come back automatically as well. Have you been to Eastbourne? Wants to know Luke. Yes, I DJ'd there some years ago. Little place that was on the seafront as well. It was nice. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, it was nice. Nice there. All right, let's have a look. Good. Okay, so that's that one. You can still call in about that. Here's some other things to think about today. Valentine's gifts and outings. I mentioned this because I've been to Aldi today. We do like Aldi. So cheap, dear. 10,000 bags of shopping for 37 pence. I mean, you can't go wrong, can you? You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Right. I've been to Aldi today, and they have some fantastic Valentine stuff here. I mean, really. The days of you ordering from a florist and being charged anything from sort of £50 upwards. Oh, sorry. Ryan Gordon, please address me by my title. What's your blooming title then, Ryan? What is your title? Ryan Gordon, opticianist. Or whatever it. Dr. Ryan Gordon. What do you want us to call you? Does it begin with W by any chance? Can I talk about my stuff here, if you don't mind? Moaning about your blooming names, honestly. Dr. Gregorian. I accidentally called him Mr. Gregorian the other day. He went mad. He went mad, didn't he? Right, okay. So Valentine's Day, of course, tomorrow. I am not expecting anything as usual. Mandy, who's with us all the time, Mandy Davenport. Evening, Gary Butler. There's my nephew. Mandy is expecting vast gifts tomorrow. Flowers, chocolates, a little day out somewhere, preferably not with plastic bullets flying around all over the place. And I am just concerned, boys and girls. I'm concerned that tomorrow Mick is not going to step up to the mark. Thank you. Wayne called and got straight through. So there you go, George. Wayne was able to call and got straight through, okay? I'm concerned that Mick's not going to step up tomorrow. And that could be very, very serious. for Mick. I think there's going to be some damage done to Mick during the show tomorrow morning. Because he hasn't stepped up to the Valentine's thing. And Mandy is going to go into one of her fits of rage. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at the incident tonight that they had, where plastic bullets were fired towards them. I think Mandy probably caught them and threw them back at those nasty people that were firing them. But it's not too late, Mick, because Aldi is open until 10 o'clock. They're all open, Sainsbury's, Waitrose, where you want to be. But I've got the pamphlet, I get this every week, the pamphlet from Aldi. There we are, my German friend who sits there. And there's some stuff in here. Look, a dozen Sweetheart roses. £1.99 it says here, a dozen. Oh no, hang on, £1.99 each. Yeah, £1.99 for a dozen there. They've got, I'll show you the picture in a minute. This'll do for you, missus. A Valentine's gift bag bouquet, £15.99. That's that one there. Look at this stuff they've got in there. The days of you going down to that florist and spending 50, 60, 75 quid on flowers. I mean, who spends that on flowers anyway? You must be off your head. They'd be dead in a week. Get them an orchid. Maureen buys orchids. Great value for money. The little petals stay on there for months, dear. Months. I'll come back to your messages in a moment. But here we are. Valentine's rose and lily bouquet. That's particularly nice. Look, 20 quid. Aldi. What else have we got here? Oh, that's lovely. Here, the dearest one is 30 quid. Valentine's Shades of Love bouquet. An extra special bouquet. An extra special bouquet for that extra special someone containing 100 roses. Toned from dark to light. Only £29.99. Look at that, eh? That one there. £29.99. It's not bad, is it? And then they've got all the other stuff in there that you want for Valentine's. More flowers here. Look. £29.24 and £19.99. All these in Aldi. Just brilliant. But, it says buy from Tuesday the 11th. I bet they haven't got any left. I bet they run out of these now. Sorry, I've given you this bit of information too late, haven't I? Well, I only picked up the magazine today. $9.99. They've got to have some more of these in tomorrow, surely. I might just buy myself some. I might actually, what time do I finish the show? I could pop down to Aldi and see if they've got any in. I have them displayed behind me for the show tomorrow. How sad is that? And then, it's other stuff there. And of course, if you're in there with the lady, Mandy's going to want some sort of drink tomorrow night. No, not tea. Don't be tight, Mick. Not tea. Hang on a minute. Where are we? Where's the booze? Where's the blooming booze section? Oh, there it is. There's the booze section. Happy Valentine's Day. You got New Zealand. What? I don't really drink. Oh, you got organic prosecco. What does that mean then? The bubbles are specially made or something. Organic prosecco, £8 and all those stuff there. So that's in Aldi. So there you go. There you go. All right. There you go. Boys and girls, get those bits and pieces there. Okay. The question is, Valentine's gifts and outings. Do you have any suggestions? Any suitable gifts or perhaps outings that you can suggest for other people? Any ideas? What could you suggest for a Valentine's gift or day out? Perhaps a little bit different to what you would normally do. What do you think? There's something for you to call in there. 0208 144 3477. That's the one there, okay? I beg your pardon. Ryan is, of course, the resident optometrist of Central Station. He is. Ryan does eyes. He's an eye doctor. An eye doctor. That's what you are. LaBelle, I get nothing, so I give nothing for Valentine's. I have no one to give or get from. Same as me, LaBelle. We got nothing, dear. Nothing. 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 We have nothing. It's very, very sad. It really is. RT used to live in Eastbourne. The one good thing is that when you're there, you look 20 years younger. Go to Bexhill when you look 40 years. Is that even worse? Mandy, I've got 24 red roses and chocolates already, Chris. Oh, well, that's not bad, is it? What chocolates you got? Are they dairy milk? Dairy milk chocolates. Orange creams, they're the ones. Orange creams, followed very closely by strawberry creams, and then the fudged one. The fudge one's nice as well, isn't it? Very nice. Mick's telling us here she's had 2 bunches of flowers and a massive box of dairy milk. What have I got? Bruises. I love it. Michael, most of the stuff you can get online these days if you organise direct from the site or Amazon. Even flowers, you see. I bet Amazon do flowers. Someone look that up. Can you get flowers on Amazon? Yvonne, do you get these phone calls saying you're been in an accident? Yes, all the time. All the time. The first one's always a recording. Then you get through to someone and then just be really rude, as in sexually rude on the phone to them. They don't call back for a while after that, my love. The blokes that I've spoken to, and I don't tell them what I want them to do to me, they hung up very quickly. Silk flowers, someone's suggesting there. Silk flowers, yes. Adrian's already got 3 cards. Oh, that sounded like the lying alarm going off, Adrian, there. I very much doubt that you've got 3 cards arrived for you. I very much doubt that. Here we go. Michael, the theatre is always a great place to go for a dinner and then to see a show as well. That sounds nice. RT, a holiday in China, going cheap. Don't think I'll be going there soon. Mind you, it makes no difference. I think it's here now. That's it. I believe that. You know, we may slow it down, but it's here now. That's it now. It's here. What can you do? One of those things. Seamus might get you. Jamie won't get me anything, Ryan. I'm just wasting my time there, my dear. Wasting my time with that Jamie boy. Christopher, a lovely day to the White Cliffs of Dover. Walk her up to the edge and then push them off. Oh, Christopher, you are awful, dear. If you want to call in anyone about this and talk about it, that's fine. Or if you don't want to call in, that's fine as well. 02081443477 is the thing there. Beth. Valentine's gift suggestion. He's put on weight, so buy him Slim Fast. Oh, Beth, you are awful, dear. You are awful. What a thing. Hello to Sam458 joining us tonight. Mandy doesn't need the boots to take the world on, Trevor. Though she certainly does. Don't muck around with Mandy, I'm telling you now. She's very, very brave. Very, very brave. Hello to Maureen just joining us this evening. LaBelle, also I'm picky, so I would just buy my own chocolates. I know what you mean. I don't want a box of dark chocolates. I don't like dark chocolate. You know, non-milk chocolate. And I hate to say this, LaBelle, I hate Hershey's chocolate. Oh, it's bitter, dear. Bitter. Nasty stuff, that Hershey's chocolate. I've tried all sorts of that, and it's not nice. Good. Adrian facelift. Okay. Luke's just emailed in. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you, Luke. Very kind of you to say that. Have you ever been to Eastbourne? Luke, I already said that, didn't I? Already answered that question. Already answered that. Who's this 008 here? Who's that? Is that a little... Did you get my email? What's this here now? Did I get your email? One moment, please. I don't know who that is. Is that Luke? Why do you send an email and then send a text saying, have you got the email? You're not going to have to be a little bit more patient, yeah? Really? Because we can't cope. We can't cope, dear, with the amount of stuff coming in. George Bond, did you get an email? No, there's no email from me here, George. As usual. Your phone don't work. Your email don't work. It's terrible, isn't it, really? Have I said hello to Maureen? She's with us today. Maureen's with us in the house today. Hello, Maureen. Okay. Anyone else there? Anyone else? Valentine's suggestion or outings? What do you reckon? Do let us know. LaBelle says you have to get Hershey's milk chocolates. I've tried those as well, LaBelle. Didn't like them. I'm sorry, just didn't like them. Cadbury's Dairy Milk or Galaxy? Do you have Galaxy in America? I don't think you do have Galaxy over there, do you? I've seen the Cadbury's, but not the Galaxy. Oh, Yvonne probably won't get anything tomorrow, Chris. Oh, Yvonne. I did get something last year. Last year, again, going back to the 3 telephone network, and we've given a bit of bad press already today. That was 20 years ago I tried to leave them. Judging by what someone said earlier, it's exactly the same now. But last year, they did this thing on, it might have been Instagram or Twitter, I can't remember. And I replied to it, and they said, hope you get something nice for Valentine's Day. And I replied to that saying, I doubt that very much. There's no one in my life. Well, I kid you not, the next day, a parcel arrived from 3, all in a 3 box with a 3 ribbon on it. And it was what's that thing called? You know when you get lots of items of food, like a mini hamper. I kid you not, a mini hamper arrived. Dear Chris, sorry that you haven't got anyone, so just to make it lighter, we've sent you this. And there was jars of stuff in there and all sorts. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Isn't that good? So that came to me from 3 last year, which I thought was a wonderful thing, really. A wonderful thing. Russ Vernon could get them a bunch of flowers and a big box of chocolates. Yeah, we were saying that. I mean, that's very basic, isn't it? That's what most people would get tomorrow. Flowers and chocolates. I'd be grateful for anything, really. You know, send me round a scaffolder tomorrow. That'd do me. Right about 35 years old, something like that. Just an hour, that's all I ask. I'm not asking to marry them. An hour will do me. Where's the Queen gone? Bad news for her now. She's over there because she was covering up my mushrooms. She will reappear at some point, I gather you that. Ryan sent his part the roses and chocolates arranged online. Only £23. That's reasonable. That's reasonable, isn't it, Ryan? £23. Our resident optometrist, or whatever, however you say it. Chris, think of the millions of women tonight bringing out the rusty razor to trim their woodlands. Oh, after letting it grow over the winter. Oh, no, dear. We must have it trimmed. We must have it trimmed. Artie's had a lot of wind bad in Lincolnshire. My caravan could well go floating down the river. You've got a lot of rain coming again up there. I think it's up there. Or is it down south? Can't remember. There's an awful lot of rain. Awful lot of rain. All right. Gavin wants some chocolate. You're not having any chocolate. Hello, Shania. Welcome to the show. Thank you, George. Sends an email. I love you and I miss you. Listen, I've got to say, when you send a message, you need to be a bit patient. It's no point sending me a message and then texting me, have you got my message? Have you got my message? Have you got my message? There's lots of people watching. You must try and be sensitive to everyone else as well. No one person can have like preferential treatment. I try and give everyone as much treatment, as much mentions as possible. And it's the same with the messages coming in, you know. The 25. One of the reasons the 25 seconds is it slows everything down and allows more people to join in. You see, that's the whole idea of that. To give everyone exactly the same thing. If you keep texting, in fact, the more you shout in block capitals and the more you text, the more likely you'll be put up at the back of the queue. Because it's not fair on everyone else. We have to try and be fair to everyone on here. Although for some reason, Mick Davenport thinks he gets picked on and bullied all the time. It's him that does the bullying. We have to bully people. We have to bully people who are disruptors. Disruptors to the show. Come in and try and take over. And Mick is one of them, dear. As Mandy will tell you. Mandy, in fact, Mandy has taken to regular beatings of her husband as punishment for him being a disruptor. Mandy's not a disruptor. Mandy never disrupts, do you, Mandy? Certainly not, my love. Ryan, you can put a private cabin on the Emirates cable card. Cost you £50 and you get champagne included. How long are you in that for? How long is that the thing on the going across from Greenwich? Itchy nose again. Is that the thing going across from Greenwich? That cable car? I don't think I'd like that. It's too high. I don't like heights. Don't like heights. Yvonne, just go out tomorrow and get yourself some chocolates. Sodom, darling. Get yourself some chocolates and don't worry about it. Okay? That's it. Ryan, we've done 2 topics so far. We've done if you've ever cancelled a service like mobile phone contract, electricity, gas, insurance. Was it ever difficult? Did you have a difficult time trying to cancel something? We've done Valentine's gifts and outings. Any suggestions for what people to do or buy tomorrow for their other halves or people that they fancy? How about this one? Dirty houses. Dirty houses. Have you ever been to a dirty house, boys and girls? Have you ever been to a dirty house? I ask this because there's 2 stories. There's actually several stories. There's 3 stories here. Dirty people. We should do a section in the show, I think, called Dirty People. Because there are... Oh, hang on a minute. Have I pushed the wrong one there? Is that the wrong one? That's the wrong one. That one there. Oh, that's working. That wasn't working this morning, this one. For example, how filthy is your carpet? Do you hoover it very much? Have you ever cleaned it? I wet clean my carpet. I've got one of those machines once a year. Once a year. I hoover it probably not as often as I want to. I don't find time to do these things. Cleaning, well, dusting, oh, don't even go there. Hardly ever do it. Well, in the Daily Mail today, it says, you might be diligent about running the vacuum over your carpet whenever it starts to look a bit scruffy. But shocking research, let's do a shocking look. Do you like it? Shocking. Shocked. But shocking research reveals that the average bedroom floor is 10 times dirtier than a toilet seat. Disgusting people. The data compiled by sofa and carpet specialists SCS found carpets in the bedroom also harbour more than double the bacteria found in a living room and 10 times that of a gym floor. I can't believe this. See, I look at my carpet and I think that's reasonably clean. I try not to wear shoes in the house. I really do. They come off in the kitchen, they stay there. Their findings also showed that almost half of British people have admitted to never cleaning their carpets, making them an ideal breeding ground for colonies of disease-causing microbes. You think that new flu thing's bad enough? Your carpet is full of microbes, you dirty people. Awful. Office floors were found to be the cleanest in the experiment, in which carpets and household appliances were swabbed to reveal levels of aerobic bacteria, yeast and mould. This is all in your carpets, you know. Awful. Bedroom carpets were by far the dirtiest, with a combined bacteria and yeast level, and it gives you some numbers which won't mean anything to you or me, as well as heavy mould. Oh my God. The cleanest surface swapped was an office carpet which contained less bacteria than a gym floor, toilet seat or living room carpet, possibly due to more regular professional cleaning. Because usually in an office they get people in at night, don't they, to clean up the offices. Every day. I hoover my carpet every day. In fact, it's lucky if it gets done once a week, I'll be honest with you. The filthy results are perhaps not surprising, considering 41% of 2,000 Britons, recently questioned by Bissell, admitted that they had never washed their carpets. Carpets can be a breeding ground for bacteria and dust mites, which can lead to health issues, including breathing problems, what's that skin thing? I can never say it. Eczema, and other allergy symptoms. Experts recommend vacuuming at least twice a week and having carpets professionally cleaned at least once a year to avoid growing levels of bacteria, mould and yeast. So, I mean, that's the carpet story there. That's the carpet story there. I don't know what your carpets are like at home. Michael says, I can't stand dirty houses. I feel much better knowing the place is tidy. If I go to someone's house and it's too dirty, I'll be more likely to up and leave if the house looks dirty with stuff everywhere. I mean, my house, I would say it's not perfectly clean. It's all right. You can't see dirt everywhere. But I tend to wait. I'll be honest. I tend to wait until I see a bit of a build-up of dust before the duster comes out. The kitchen gets cleaned once a week, roughly. Should be done every day. The Hoover comes out about once every week and a half, I suppose. Unless I've dropped something. Oh, I dropped a glass jar the other day, didn't I? Glass everywhere on the carpet. Straight out with a Hoover. Mark Jones. Hello, Mark. Last Christmas he bought his best friend a carpet cleaner. They're very good. I've had mine for a while now. A Vax one, which is quite easy to use, to be honest. You know, I had one of those 20 years ago when they first come out. Oh, my God, they were hard work. It was like a cylinder thing. Now it's like a push forward, and you push the thing forward and spray out the stuff, and then you pull it back and it sucks it all up. The water's filthy at the end of it. Although it's not so bad now. Now I do it once a year. It's not too bad at all. The first time I did it, oh my God, the water was black. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. Let's see if you're saying anything there. Russ reckons I might get a surprise at the karaoke tomorrow night. I doubt it very much, Russ. But there's always hope. You always have to give people hope, my dear. You never know. Possibly there might be a little surprise for me. You know, a lad waiting there for me, sitting on my little chair. What are you doing here? Coming to take you home, mate. Oh, really? Something like that. Let's see. Mark Jones is calling in now. Let's take a call. 1 second. Hello, Mark. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm
Good.
trying to talk more upbeat on the phone.
Yes.
People say I sound like I've got a dulcet tone.
Oh, just a minute. I've not pushed your button there. Try that again. Speak again, old boy.
So am I sounding okay on the phone? Because when I'm on the phone to other people say that I sound like I'm being morbid. When I'm on the radio, I talk really fast and happy. Apparently.
You don't sound morbid. You sound subdued. Subdued.
That's because I'm in the middle of moving house.
Oh, are you? Oh, one of the worst things you can do, move house. That is a stressful time. Have you got much stuff? I mean, have you got a house or a room? What are you in?
So I'm going from like a house share with my best friend to just a house share.
Okay, so it's a room that you're moving, is it, rather than a whole house?
But I didn't realise I had so much stuff.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I never forget when I moved from my flat in Wandsworth to this house here, which is 26 years ago now, and we had this van where you couldn't have got anything else in it. I couldn't believe how much stuff come out of that little one-bedroom flat.
And it's crazy. Have you ever know them Vax carpet cleaners?
Yes.
Have you ever tried cleaning one of them out? Like the head and stuff like that?
Well, you wouldn't need to, would you? You don't need, because you just empty the tank down the sink.
Well, the bit like the head, like I'm a bit of a clean freak, so I don't like to put it away until it's clean.
Right.
It took us about 20 minutes because there's about 8,000 screws to come out.
Oh no, I can't. I'll just buy a new one, dear. Oh, I can.
not like the Dyson, dear, where you just click a couple of buttons and there you go, it's in front of you.
That's easy enough, is it? No, this Vax thing, it's quite a big, heavy thing, and you buy this special stuff to pour in the tank, you see, and
got stuff in a yellow bottle, or is it orange?
I think it's white. I think the bottle's white.
Oh, is it?
It's a white bottle, and you can get various different smells. I think I've got Cotton Crisp. I think mine is Cotton Crisp, and actually it's probably due for a clean now. I think I did it round about this time last year. It doesn't take that long, really, and the carpet isn't soaking wet. It does a good job. Yeah, I think it does a good job.
Sorry. We often put a bit of flora in there as well.
A bit of flora. Oh, I don't know if you should.
Flora.
I don't know if it's a good idea to be mixing chemicals.
No, the flora is like a disinfectant.
Well, it doesn't matter. The stuff you're putting in already, do you put the other stuff in already that's with it?
Oh, yeah, but it just gives it a nice smell.
It doesn't matter. You've mixed chemicals. You really shouldn't do that. There's actually a combination.
I've training, dear.
There's actually a combination of chemicals that sometimes people accidentally put down the toilet and the blooming thing explodes. Hopefully with you not sitting on it.
that would be funny, wouldn't it?
Oh, I'd like to see a video of that, please, to be honest, Mark. Are you moving tomorrow?
Pardon?
Are you moving tomorrow?
Between tomorrow and Saturday.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, so you're doing it in stages, are you? That's fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, thanks for calling there. Nice to talk to you, sir.
And you, dear. Oh, yeah, that's what. Let me tell you what I rang up for quickly.
Yes.
So the best thing I've ever bought somebody for Valentine was a new laptop.
A new laptop? Blimey, you must have loved them. Jesus, a new laptop as a gift? Have you gone mad, dear?
Well, I had at the time, dear.
God sake, I bet you wish you hadn't spent it now. I take it you're not with them anymore.
Oh, no, dear.
Go and get it back.
That didn't like you.
Go and get it back. Are you paying weekly? Cancel it. Cancel it.
I paid for it outright, dear. I ain't got time for that weekly, apart from my phone contract.
Blimmin', honestly, giving a laptop to someone for Christmas, for Valentine's Day? God, that's asking a bit much, dear. What did you get in return?
What?
What did you get in return?
Oh, I think I got some roses and a box of chocolate.
Well, that's not a very good exchange, is it? Get rid of them, dear. Good job you did. Cheerio, Mark.
Right.
Bye. Blimey, a laptop as a gift. These people are made of money watching this programme, aren't they? Blimey. Let's just scroll up a little bit there. Can't get to all your messages. There's too many of them. I'm sure you understand, boys and girls. Adrian, baking soda powder with lavender is a natural antibacterial spread all over the carpet. I even put my bed mattress when I'm changing my sleep. Oh, that's a good one. Baking soda. Oh, I like the smell of lavender. That's a nice smell, isn't it? Lavender. We like the smell of lavender. Chris Davis, we have laminate floors and vinyl flooring. No carpets in our house. Very easy to keep clean. Vinyl. And a lot of people have that wooden flooring now, don't they? You know, wooden flooring. It's not really for me. It's a bit hard to walk on. And plus, very dangerous in socks. Wooden floors, very, very dangerous in socks. A lot of people have had terrible accidents with those. There we go. Rachel's got laminated floors, tiles downstairs, carpets upstairs. I think you've got to have carpets in a bedroom, haven't you? I know people have wooden floor. Actually, my mate's just had his floor done in his spare room. He's got like these shiny white tiles. Again, I look at them and I think that's just an accident waiting to happen. It's so easy to slip on those things in socks. Mick buys Mandy, his wife, things all years round. What other woman has £1,000 in perfumes? 100 bottles at least, really? Why do you want all that perfume? Blimey, she must smell really bad, does she? to have all that perfume. Quite honestly, I'd be offended by that, Mick, if you started sending me over aftershave and perfume. Are you saying that she smells? It's him, Mandy. It's him. It's him. What an awful husband. Buying her perfume because she stinks without actually, telling her to her face. It's him, Mandy. It's him. It's him. RT's got a carpet cleaner. Comes from Thailand. Oh, you are awful, dear. Hey, Mandy cleans every day. And what's he do? Buys her a cheap bottle of perfume. Shocking. Absolutely shocking, that. Sean, my wife hoovers every day, does the dusting, she changes the bed sheets every week, she even hoovers the mattress and turns the mattress. That's a good thing. My mum was the same. She was very, very clean, my mum, always cleaned in the house. Seriously, a very, very good clean. Just scroll down a little bit there. Let's see where we get. Did he get a virus? Wants to know Bethany. Probably, my dear. Rachel quite rightly says it's all about the giving, not receiving. And you're absolutely right, Rachel. I don't give to receive. In fact, I give a lot and never seem to receive anything. But that's not the point, darling. Not the point. I get loads of stuff. Come on. I do. My family always doing stuff for me. It's not always an item, is it? Doing stuff for me. In particular, Gary, who's here today. When I'm over there, which is usually once a week when I'm at Lincolnshire. I'm not there at the moment. Always have a dinner around her house, and she's got some sort of gift or something like that. And similar when I'm at my niece's in Cyprus, endless cooking and wonderful meals. When I go to my sister's house, she'll do me a lovely omelette and chips or whatever she's happened to do that day. Always getting stuff given to me, and at night it's nice, isn't it? And I like to think I'll give something back. Although, obviously I can't have Gary and his family round to the caravan. It's not big enough to do a meal. So sometimes I take them out, only like Burger King or somewhere like that. But it's nice. It's nice to give and not to receive, even though it's not like a Valentine's thing anyway. Let's scroll thing. Paulie, they did 50-year-old Anne Summers saw an advert online earlier. What for things? Artie's going to bed. Good night, Artie. Michael, the only bad thing about my new flat is the blinds banging in the wind during the nights. Oh, I couldn't bear that. Why do they do that then? You must have some serious draft issues in there. Gosh. You got draft issues in there? Blimey, that's awful. Having that like that? I couldn't be having any of that. Dear me. All right, so we've done the Valentine's one. Dirty houses. I haven't quite finished with that. Here we go. Parent has been shamed. This is sort of on the dirty house type things, okay? A team of professional cleaners has spent 7 hours cleaning a parent's car which had been left in a, quote, funky state by their children, and other parents were all too familiar with the mess. And what a state this car is. I can see this picture of the car in the Daily Mirror today. I love that. Beth, my mum went back to Curry's once and complained her self-cleaning oven didn't. Photos, this story here about the car. Photos of the back sheet showed biscuits, sweet wrappers, a lollipop stick scattered around, along with a fair amount of dirt rubbed into the covers and carpets. Now, I've got to say, I try and keep my car clean. And when it gets too bad, it's not too... I'm not one of those people who's got a whole load of rubbish on the passenger sort of bit where you put your feet. I mean, I do put stuff down there. I generally empty it that night or the next day. It's not like... Because I've seen cars. My nephew's car's pretty bad. The younger nephew, Jimmy. Last time I saw his car, it was a state. A right state. You know, McDonald's wrappers and Kentucky Fried Chicken stuff, tin cans, all sitting there in the footwell or the passenger seat. God knows what his girlfriend thinks, so we'll just move that over and sit there. It's awful, isn't it? The car was dropped off at Proline Automotive in New South Wales, Australia, and staff quickly realised they'd have a big job on their hands. Writing on the company's Facebook page, they said they decided to make a post dedicated to reversing the true carnage this poor little Mazda had endured. They added, usually, what's your car like? Is it like this? Usually we like to only share after photos, but this one was too funky not to share. It looks absolutely filthy. Never seen anything like it. There's even on the floor sticky substances like what's come off a lolly, like they've just chucked a lolly stick on the floor. The job took 7 hours, with the seats and carpets being shampooed and cleaned multiple times to remove sticky substances, deep stains and unpleasant odours. Dear. Given the car a second chance at life, it says in the Daily Mirror, the Post read, unfortunately the remaining marks on the seats were caused by baby seats and are irreversible. We always recommend to people that have just purchased a new vehicle to place a towel under baby seats to avoid this type of damage if the child seat safety guidelines approved. Oh, I've never seen so much mess. The car was unrecognisable afterwards, but some were appalled at how it had been allowed to get in such a state in the first place. And it is a state. I mean, how can you let your car go like that for so often? Unfortunately, in my car, I've got a bit of a stain. Perhaps you can help me with this. I've got a bit of a stain on one of the seats, okay, which was caused by a banana. I put a banana on the seat, and I think it was a particularly hot day. The window was closed. And I noticed the banana had gone soggy and had leaked out into the seat. So there's a bit of a stain on the seat. And I'm not quite sure how to take that out. It's been there for some weeks now, so it's going to be even harder to get out probably. Perhaps there's a specialist people I could ask, but there's a couple of scratches and all that on the car, which I must get sorted out. I've actually got a phone number here, and the back light still needs to be done. So what's your car like? Is it like that at all, I wonder? Is your car nice and clean or not? Michael says you've got a big draft as it bangs the window. Well, you've got to get that sorted, Michael. It must be freezing in your place if you've got blooming blind banging against the window when it gets blowing. Awful. 0208 144 3477 if you want to call in. If you don't, that's fine as well. Talking of dirty cars, says Paul, did you see Martin's mould? Done a good job cleaning it. No, I didn't see that, Paul. Did he have a mould? Oh, I've seen the inside of that car. Because it's been sitting there for so long, you see. That's the trouble. You've got to keep on top of cars. Otherwise, they will let you down. I do that with my car here. It's got a storage bit in it. There's loads in there, says Michael. In terms of cars, though, my brother's was the worst. It used to have bags of McDonald's fast food in the footwell. Going off. Awful. Although those McDonald's burgers, they don't go off, do they? Didn't I see a video of something somewhere? Someone had put a Big Mac or something like that out somewhere and left it for ages, and it never went off. Due to all the preservatives in there, I suppose. I don't know how it works. Awful. Mick has OCD when it comes to his car. I watched Give My Orders and Mandy cleaned it. Hit him, Mandy! What's going on there, Mandy? Hit him, dear. Don't do what you're told, my love. MP Dodds. Someone said spotless. Who's that? Someone said spotless. What was you doing with a banana, Chris? It was sitting there waiting to be eaten. Unfortunately, it didn't get eaten. It just leaked onto my seat and made a terrible mess. Awful. Carpet in bedroom, lino. That's what in the other rooms has Yvonne. Put a banana on the other seat. At least they will match. No, awful. It looks like a wet stain, except it's not. It's this banana stain. I really don't know how to get that out. Lay-by fruit. The leg's much better now. Thank you, Rachel, for asking. Yeah, it's been a while now. Bethany, sprinkle baking soda, spray a bit of water, and watch it remove the stain. Okay, I'll try that. My mum swears by it, as removed her ex-boyfriend once. Oh dear. Hello to John Parrish. Happy Valentine's Day to John Parrish. We were just talking about that earlier, John. And again, on a similar note, and still in the Daily Mirror today, boys and girls, there's this one. Fast food worker fired after being filmed taking a bath in the restaurant sink. You just don't know what they get up to in these fast food places. A fast food worker has been fired after a video was posted online showing him taking a bath in the restaurant's industrial-sized seats. The clip was uploaded where it was viewed thousands of times before being widely shared on other social media platforms. It shows a man sitting in the sink with soapy water up to his shoulders at a branch of Wendy's in America. See, I like Wendy's. Well, I used to when I used to eat dead animals, not anymore. While another person flows a cloth in the water and tells him to wash himself. The man wipes his chest before laughing and saying, "It feels like a hot tub and I'm just enjoying life, boss," as the metal food tray is also slid into the water. Oh, God. The employee can be seen shirtless and his bare knees are visible above the water, but it's unclear if he is completely naked. I have to say, he's not bad looking. It's not bad looking, this lad in this thing. The video was shared on Facebook and it said, "So yeah, I'm just going to tell everyone right now, don't go to the Greenville Wendy's. This is disgusting. Please share this." He must have had a row or something with them. Oh, how awful. Can you just imagine that? Going in ordering your burger or something like that, knowing full well that there's been someone bathing in the restaurant sink. Horrible. Have you ever been to a dirty house or seen a really dirty car? What was it like? Don't say whose it was unless they're sitting next to you and they're happy for you to share that. That's okay. You know, but have you ever been to a really... the worst house I went to, I was fixing the telephones and I knocked on this door and the smell just hit me as it opened the door. And I went in. I was reaching as I walked into this house. And they said, "The phone's over there if you want to sit down." There was dust this thick on the chair. It was awful, awful place. I called out my manager at the time and he came round and he wouldn't go in. He said, "Just bring out the phone, put it in a plastic bag, seal it, and we'll give you a new one." And that was it. It was the worst house I've ever seen in my life. It stank in there. It absolutely stank in there. Some of your messages. Michael, not in my car, in my footrest. It's got a storage bit in there, so I keep wires in there and stuff, leads for the TV, spare leads that I may need. Oh, I've got drawers like that, Michael. I've got a drawer of many things in the kitchen. A lot of people have one of those. A drawer of many things in the kitchen. Wires, spanners, bits of tape, all sorts of stuff. And now and again I empty it and chuck most of the stuff away, to be honest. Get Martin to clean your interior, says Chris. I don't think he'd want to do that, to be honest. Wet vacuuming, maybe. Yeah, wet vacuuming. That sounds quite a good idea, Mick. Ray Reynolds, Dr. Beckham's carpet stain remover is good for car seats as well. It's got a built-in brush. Oh, okay. All right, I might try that one. What, do you have to let it dry or something? Or is it a dry stain? See, it's not wet anymore. The stain's not wet anymore. I might try that one, Ray. The trouble is, you do the wrong thing and you can make it a lot worse than it already is, Ray. That's the only thing, you know. Excellent. Beating and pain and suffering to Mick is happening as this show is happening. Thank you, Mandy. Excellent news. Excellent news there. Rachel remembers being bathed in the sink. Me too. Me too. In the kitchen sink. I bet my sister will remember that as well. We used to get bathed in the kitchen sink. Do you remember that? Why was that? Why didn't we get put in the bath? I think it saved water. I'm not quite sure why that was. But yeah, I remember being washed in the bathroom sink. Or in the kitchen sink, rather. Try coming to our house after Mandy's had a curry. No, thank you, Mick. Evening to Lee Toby. Hello to you, Lee. Hello, Lee. All right? Okie doke. So that's the Dirty Houses one. Holidays. We've got one more here. One more. Holidays. Holidays. I ask you this. If you had £15,000, not for yourself, where would you send someone? And who are they? If you've got £15,000 to spend on a... Who's got £15,000 to spend on a holiday? I shall tell you. Boris Johnson. Although not him. It's a story that's been in a few of the papers. I've just picked out the ITV one today. Labour has written to the Parliamentary Commissioner for Standards, calling an investigation into who paid Boris Johnson's. We're not doing politics. It's the story, okay? Someone's paid for Boris Johnson to have a £15,000 trip to the Caribbean. Must have been a very good friend here. A very good friend. Prime Minister claimed the Commons Register of Members' interest that holiday was paid for by Tory donor David Ross, but a spokesman for the Carphone warehouse of which Mr. Ross is a co-founder, fronted up any cash for the villa, instead saying that it was a benefit in kind. So he sent him to a villa on Mustique. Was it his villa? I don't know if it was his villa or not. Doesn't matter. But Mustique, which I've been to Mustique, not to stay. It was a little flight when I was in Barbados many, many years ago. I think 1996, 1999, something like that. I went to Barbados, or even earlier, with my friend Steve at the time. We had a nice time. And one of the trips we had was a little flight in one of those little planes, you know, little four-seater planes or whatever it was, to the island of Mustique, which is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning there. It's in the Caribbean, and you get off the plane and there's just this smell of flowers. There's no rubbish. You're not allowed to live there unless you work there, unless you're super, super, super rich. You or I could only ever dream of having a place there. It's beautiful. Anyway, this bloke paid £15,000 for Boris to go on holiday there. So if you had £15,000, where would you send someone? And who? And if you can't think of anyone, where would you send me if you had £15,000 on holiday? Where would you send me? I want to know that tonight. You can call in about that if you want to. 020 8144 3477 is my phone number, or you can just text it up there and I'll read it out. Where would you send someone on a holiday? See, I really like Disney in Florida. I like the whole Florida thing. You know, you go for a 2-week holiday to Florida, it's not enough. It really isn't. You need more time to go to Florida than 2 weeks. Rachel would take us lot to Centre Parks. Is that everyone here? That's not bad, is it? All of us go to Centre Parks. That's supposed to be a really nice holiday, but very expensive Centre Parks. It's not just the cost of going there. There apparently ends up being all these extras that you didn't expect. Hiring this, doing that. Never really used to be like that at Pontins in the 70s. We used to go to Pontins in the 70s. Great holidays. And you kind of paid your fee and then that was it really. I think you might be able to hire some bikes. So generally that was it. I gather the people that I've spoke to that go to Centre Parks end up buying all sorts of extras. But no worry, because Rachel is going to take us all there, aren't you, Rachel? We could hire a little bike, Rachel, you know, a tandem or something like that. Do a tandem. You and me on a tandem. I like the sound of that. Wayne would send me to the moon to do a show. Would that be a one-way ticket, Wayne, or what? A one-way ticket to the moon. Chris Davis, I would send my 70-year-old mother to Saudi Arabia because she always complains she's cold, even in the height of summer. Saudi Arabia. No, you want to send her to Australia. It's hot there, I think, isn't it? Australia. Is Michael Pullman still with us, or has he gone to work now, by the way? We're a breakfast show in Australia this morning. Evening to Michael Lawrence joining us there. George is back. Gray, hello, Gray. Hello, Gray, alien. Welcome to the show, Gray. I would send my wife to the end of the world for $15,000. Oh, Gray, your poor missus. You'd probably do it cheaper than that, to be honest. One-way ticket. Maureen sings that at the karaoke. One-way ticket, one-way ticket, one-way ticket, one-way ticket to the moon. I love it. We got a call here from Russ. Hello, Russ. How are you tonight, sir?
Fine, thank you, Chris. How are you?
Are we what?
I said, I'm fine. How are you, Chris?
Very well, we're. Very well, we're. Have you got somewhere to send me or someone else on holiday, Russ?
Well, it's going to be you and Mike Horniman, who's tuned in tonight.
Me and Mike, yes, go on, Mike.
Well, I'm going to send you to Cyprus.
Oh, yeah.
See your family.
Thank you. Thank you. Is that in the posh seats?
It will be,
lovely,
yes.
Lovely, yeah.
And I'm going to send Mike all the way across to America.
Is that something that Mike's never done before, America?
Yes, and he's got someone who lives out there as well, who he knows, and I know as well.
Whereabouts in America is that?
Florida.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Have you ever been yourself?
No, I've not been myself, Chris, no, but I've been to Spain and France, Turkey, places like that, but I've never been to Florida myself.
What's the longest you've never been on a plane, sort of more than 4 or 5 hours then, have you?
No, I've not been on for that long.
No.
I've been to Greece as well. I'm going to Turkey again later this year, actually, in August.
It's pretty boring sitting on a plane, though, isn't it?
It is, mate, yes.
Yeah, I hate it. I absolutely...
Where's the furthest you've been on a plane, Chris?
Australia. Australia, you're on that plane 23 hours. It generally stops somewhere for about an hour or so, hour and a half. You get your chance to walk around an airport somewhere. But it's a 23-hour flight. I think Qantas are doing a direct flight there now, actually. I'm not sure. I don't think it goes to Sydney, but Qantas do I'm sure I saw a story some time ago that they now do a direct flight from London to Australia non-stop. From London to... It might be at the top of the country, Brisbane or somewhere like that. They do a direct flight, and that's non-stop. So you're on that plane almost 24 hours. That's a bit much, isn't it, eh?
It is, mate, yes. I don't think I'd be able to cope that long.
No, long
to be
time
fair.
on that plane. Long time. All right, Russ, well, thanks very much. That's a good one.
Chris,
that's a good one. Much appreciated.
Just want to say, I enjoy your shows that you do every day. If I don't catch them live, I always watch them back.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm in bed when you start, and sometimes I catch them. What I do, I'll watch bits I've messed up to where I actually joined.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're watching the recording, you're one of our silent viewers a lot of the time, aren't you? Just quietly sitting there watching. And I'm fully aware there are more people that watch the show silently rather than just on the chat box. There's actually very, very few people on that chat box. A lot more are sort of watching somewhere else. So sometimes our lovely Fran, who's on here today, she can see the amount of people watching. And when she says thumbs up, there's not many people doing the thumbs up. Well, the only people that could do... Oh, actually, no, that is everyone. Everyone can do thumbs up, can't they? Everyone. They don't have to be just on the chat box. Sorry, that's my mistake.
I've just been looking tonight about a thumbs up. You've got 25 who's put thumbs up. You've got 52 watching at the moment, says.
That's nice.
And you've got 3 who's put thumbs down.
Oh, well, you always get that. Don't worry about that.
Just to tell you what sort of numbers you've got at the moment.
I'll be honest, it doesn't bother me, the thumbs up or thumbs down or numbers or anything like that. But it's just my brother-in-law. He says you need to do this to kind of push you up the YouTube list to get more people to know what you're doing. Because, you know, the more the merrier. Let's be honest, the more the merrier. The more people that I can perhaps make smile a little bit, the happier I am. That's what I get out of it, making people smile a little bit more.
And also, I just want to say, Mandy, carry on beating Mick.
Yeah, it's him. It's him.
Chris every day.
It's him. Thanks, Russ.
Yeah, speak to you soon, Chris. Take care, mate.
Bye-bye, Russ. There we are, Russ calling in there. That's a good one. Wants to send his mate to America. That's nice. That's nice. Rosemary Dixon. Hello, Rosemary. Good evening, Rosemary. Welcome to the show. As you know, I'm a Barry lover. She's a big fan of Mr. Barry Manilow, who's just behind us there on the calendar. My friend Sharon loves him so much, I'd like to give her a platinum to see Barry. No fun to go alone. That's a lovely thing to do. If I can just explain, boys and girls, a platinum Barry Manilow, okay, if you get the platinum experience, that includes a front row seat and you get to meet Barry as well. Only for a couple of minutes, but that's all you need. That's all you need. You go actually in a room with Barry Manilow. You have your photo taken and have a little bit of a chat with him. I think they get some sort of little food thing or maybe a drink or something like that as well. But it's a lovely thing to do. A lovely thing to do, Rosemary. So thanks for that. She wants to give that experience to someone. What a wonderful thing to do. Thanks, Rosemary. Nice to see you here today, my darling. All right. Rachel would love to go to Florida Disneyland. Just waiting to win the lottery. Yeah, it's an expensive thing, isn't it? Travelling abroad these days. It's got much more expensive than it used to be, unfortunately. It's a lovely thing. I've been so lucky. I've been about 4 or 5 times now. I love it. I love it. And you're there the whole day. The tickets, they look expensive, but as LaBelle will tell you, you get an awful lot for your money when you go to Disney. You get there at 8 o'clock in the morning, you're on the go until 8 o'clock at night. And then the fireworks. Oh, every night, these fireworks. Fantastic. Disney. We love Disney in Florida. Lee, have you put the large black T-shirt on one side for Sharrow's bingo prize? No, I haven't. So we don't have a large black T-shirt. Thank you very much for reminding. Or was it the extra large one? Because, you know, she's got these very big. I better ask her. I'm not quite sure which one we want there. Thank you for doing the children's ones in yellow. They look fantastic, those children's ones. And we'll get a photo of the children when they've all got them all there. Adrian, my father took all the managers from the company to strip bars in America for 8 days, all paid for. Gosh. Why would you want to go to a strip bar? How awful. Ghastly. Yeah, Michael's still there. And you've got to go to work, Michael. Or... I don't know how old you are, actually. Are you a college or uni person or a work person? I can't remember now, Michael. Can't remember. Oh, how rude. Look, someone's slagging off Rosemary. Look what Mick's put about Barry. Oh, you're in trouble now, Mick. You're in trouble now. You never slate off Barry Manilow when you got one of the Manilow girls on here. You are in serious trouble now, mate. Dear me. You are dicing with death. Trevor washes his missus with the jet wash. Well, that's painful, isn't it? A jet wash. Grey Allen, Florida is nice, but there's so many more places that are so much more beautiful. I'm sure you're right, actually, Grey. I mean, one of my favourite places is the Daintree Rainforest in Australia. I like forest, flora, you know, trees and all that. I love trees and all that. There we go. You're quite right. The Grand Canyon, again, I've been very lucky. I've seen the Grand Canyon. Amazing. As the sun moves round, all the colours change. It's beautiful, the Grand Canyon. I did the 3 thing, you know, the boat, the helicopter and the little plane as well. Wonderful experience that was. That was with my mate about 6 or 7 years ago, that one. I took my nephew to Vegas, as you know, the year before last, and he didn't want to do any of that. He wasn't interested in doing that. And there's no point in taking someone somewhere if they don't want to do it. That's just a waste of money. So we went shopping instead. Maine. I've been to Maine as well, Gray. That was back in 1979. Oh, wow. What a beautiful place. I went with the Scouts. It was a 50-mile challenge, hiking and canoeing. We had the most fantastic time. I don't think I appreciated it too much at the time. I found it all a bit scary, but now, years later, I appreciate that so much. This was a Scout Jamboree. We were all supposed to go to Iraq, but there was trouble there. So then we got kind of decided to go to other countries and carried on like that. So we went to Maine and places like that. And this little place called Subumuk. Subumuk. SWBOOMAK. Subumuk, which was a Scout place as well. Wonderful time we had there. I tell you what I didn't like about that Scout camp, the toilets. It was awful. The toilets, they weren't single cubicles. Oh no. Not just the urinals. The sit-down toilets were basically a row of toilet seats, and you could go toilet, and you'd be sitting next to someone else who was doing the same thing. Awful. It was awful. I hated that. In fact, I didn't go. I used the teachers' ones when they weren't looking. Not the teachers, the leaders' ones, because they had a lock-up toilet, so I used that one. I can't be sitting next to someone else having a poo. Dreadful. Gray's also mentioning Redwoods, which I've not been to, and Yosemite. I think he says there, Yosemite there. So thank you. Let's have a look. One moment, please. Is Barry covering up a mushroom? Yeah, but not as many as the Queen did. I think he's only covering up one mushroom there, Shania. I'm down at Roehampton this week, by the way, Shania. Playing the organ in Roehampton this week. Super Chat pen, what's that for, Mick? What's that for? LaBelle, IRS, just a theme park, no big deal. The mushroom should be covering. Poor mushroom. Leave Barry alone. Horrible people they are today. To our Barry. Let me just scroll down. Michael's off on Friday, so that's good. He's having a bit of a rest. Let me just scroll up there, boys and girls. I'm missing people out there. We need to mention people at least once during the show. Let me see. There's Dr. Gregorian. Hello to you. Of course we're live, dear. Look at the clock, dear. Look at your clock and then look at that clock. Does it match up? If so, we are live. Barely alive. Barely alive. Barely alive. I've said hello to Shania. Large black t-shirt for Sharon. Excellent. Right. 1 minute. Okay. It's a good job. Good job no one bought that earlier, isn't it? I just put a label on there. For my label thing. There we are. That's for Sharon there. One black t-shirt for my sister. Why are you still up, Martin? 25, 9, 10. It's 11:30 there. Come on, off to bed. Chop, chop. Children will be wanting you in the morning. Chop, chop. Oh, my God. Now Angela's there. Mick, you are in trouble now, boy. You got Angela there and Rosemary Dixon, too. They're not Barry Manilow fans. They are Barry Manilow mega super fans. In fact, Angela has met Barry Manilow. Looks like we made it. I should be going to see him in Cardiff. I haven't got my tickets yet. Should I have got those by now? Cardiff tickets. I have to check out. I've still got that email. Angela, if you're serious trouble now, Angela and Rosemary, Mick's been slagging off Barry Manilow. They've been saying that the mushroom should cover him on there. Outrageous. Good. You wait till Wendy arrives. You've had it, mate. You think the beatings from your wife are bad enough, but you wait, mate. You wait. You're in serious trouble now. Let's take a call. Finishing 07. Hello, who's on the line there, please?
I wondered if you had any T-shirts or badges, love.
We got T-shirts, we got badges, we got everything here, dear.
Have you?
Oh, hang on a minute, just a moment. That sounds like my very, very good friend and cabaret reporter to the stars, Coco Conyer.
No, love, no, it's Michael Cullen here.
Oh, it's Michael Cullen. Sorry, Michael. Hello, dear. I beg your pardon.
How are you, Chris?
What do you want to buy, darling? We've got T-shirts, we've got badges, we've got pens, key rings. It's all here. What can I assist you in today? I don't do weekly terms, I'm afraid. No.
No, well, you see, I'll be paying by cash.
Oh, cash. Well, it has to be Super Chat or PayPal, one of those two, I'm afraid.
Do you accept PayPal?
Yes, we do PayPal.
Good. Well, I shall pay
PayPal. I
by
don't
a
know,
PayPal.
I don't know. I don't think I've got the PayPal thing up there though. No, I haven't got. Hang on a minute. Is that the PayPal? No, that's not. I haven't got the PayPal thing on here though. That's not on here, so you can't have one. Unlucky for some.
13, which it is today.
1 and 3, 13. You should play our bingo on Sunday night. That's a lot of fun. That's an awful lot of fun on a Sunday night, Mike.
I know I should do, but I try and stream on a Sunday. But,
oh, do you? Mike's in Newcastle.
Have you heard of Twitch? I'm sure you've heard of Twitch.
Yes, I've heard of Twitch. Yes, that's like a YouTube type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's where all the gamers go to like show off the streams and stuff like that.
You're on there. What games?
So I do that on a Sunday.
What games are you playing on there, Mike?
Normally Euro Truck Simulator 2 or American Truck Simulator or Planet Zoo.
What's Planet 2?
World of Warcraft.
Are they like driving ones? Are they? They sound like driving games to me.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
What's
sometimes Call of Duty. Games like that. Fighting games.
What's the Planet one? Did you say
computers.
Planet something or other?
Planet Zoo.
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, it's where you run a zoo. Like you have to build one from scratch and you have to buy animals and stuff like that. It's really cute. Honestly, it's really, really good. I love it. I think it's a great game.
Does it cost money then? Apart from buying the game, do you have to buy other bits for it? You see, because I don't do computer games. I stopped with Pac-Man, I'm afraid.
Well, the only games that I have to buy what they call DLC, which basically just stands for downloaded content, is Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator, because you have to buy the maps and you have to buy the trailers and stuff like that. But there are people who make trucks and and trailers and cars and everything just for a bit of a difference, really, just so it's not that mundane when you just like go around in a truck all the time. So people make maps, they make different things, different vehicles.
Yes.
They make tractors, they make cars, they make anything.
Oh, so yeah. that's one of your things. I didn't know you did computer games like that. Oh, yeah. My older nephew Gary plays a lot of computer games. I think he tends to play the same one all the time. Of course, he's hooked up to all his friends and they talk to each other through a little headpiece. Do you do that?
Sometimes, but we go on something called Discord, which is it's a little bit like Skype, where you can sort of talk to your friends and things and just while you're gaming and things, so, and it's a little bit more easier on the CPU. So
right, okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty good. I just wondered what you thought of the new podcast with Nick Abbott and Carol McGiffin.
Oh, I haven't heard.
Have you had a chance to listen to it yet?
No, I haven't heard that. I do listen to the Nick Abbott ones on his own. The Nick Abbott Habit.
Oh, yes.
But I haven't heard the one
the
of
Nick
two
Abbott
of them.
Habit.
What's it like?
Oh, I think it's brilliant. I love it.
Is it funny?
I really love it.
It's funny, is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they answer questions from, people who text in or, the emailing or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's really good. I think it's worth a listen,
In that case,
if you've got the time, of course.
In that case, yeah, I listen in the car to all this stuff, so I'll get that for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get that and maybe have a little listen to that on the way into work tomorrow, because we've got the 2-hour drive to do 35 miles tomorrow.
Well,
it's a nightmare.
The thing is, he's been promising this podcast since about September time.
I know,
and it's just come out.
I know. On and on and on. They recorded it months ago, but for some reason, no one got their finger out and managed to upload it to wherever it's been uploaded to. Shocking.
I know.
Oh, Mick.
Dear me.
All right. Well, thank you very much for calling in, Mick. We haven't had too many calls tonight, but that's okay. Never mind, Dave.
Thanks very much, Chris. Thanks for your time.
Have fun.
Thanks for your time, my friend.
Bye, Mick.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mick.
Chris.
There was a little bit of a delay on that call there. Was getting a bit of a delay on there, weren't we? Good. Right, we're going to be doing the bingo tickets very shortly there, but let me go back to some of your messages. Angela, Rosemary Dixon, if you are able to give out your friend as platinum, do it. I did it and it was fun. We kept Barry busy. Yes. Angela has met Barry on a platinum, and I spoke to her straight afterwards. We actually got a recording of that somewhere on YouTube, and she was so happy when I met her that night. I never forget. That was in It was Orlando, wasn't it? Was it Orlando? I'm sure that was in Orlando, that one, where I first met you. Orlando, because it was going up and down the queue and people kept saying, "Oh, hello, Chris." Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Rosemary, I guess Mix doesn't know his talent or is jealous of Barry. That's what it is, you see. That's what it is. Mick's going to get a beating, not just from his wife. The Manilow girls are on the way as we speak. Thank you. Fran, my sister-in-law lives in Orlando. She was talking of coming home. It's too hot for her now. Oh, you don't want to be in there June, July, August, Florida. Oh, God, it's hot. It's so hot. But mind you, the lightning storms are something to write home about in Florida. They're scary. There's the flashing going on all. It's like the lightning is talking to each other. It's really, really scary, the lightning storms in Florida. Oh, just jumping down there. One moment, please. Let me just refer to your stuff there. You're talking to... There we go. LaBelle, talking about Disney. It's because I work there. The magic is gone in the way it is for people who want to go to Disney World. I've worked there. The magic is gone in the way it is for people who want... what does that mean? Let me read that again. I guess it's because I've worked there. The magic is gone. Oh, sorry. The magic has gone for you because you work there. Yeah, I get it now. I get it. Yeah, that would be the case, wouldn't it? It's like when I was a DJ, you know, I kind of lost interest eventually in the music because I was doing it all the time. You know, funny, isn't it? Trevor Campbell's having a go at Barry as well, girls. Talking about his nose. Rude. 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 Angela, get them, dear. Get them. Don't muck around with Angela and Rosemary. Telling you that now. Let's have a look there. Chris, you have to sell mugs. No, we're not doing anything else for a while. That's it now. Not ordering anything else for a while to get rid of this stuff. Otherwise, you get just left with loads of stuff, all right? Hello to Dominique. Can you put up an email? Yes, indeed. There you go, my darling. There's the email address there, Dominique. All right, my love. Have you got any humbugs in the shop? What shop is this? There's no humbugs here. Talking to Martin there. Let me have a look. Scroll down now. Right. Okay. I think you're talking to each other, which is great. Yes, it was Angela. Orlando 2014, and of course in 2015 with a friend. She met him twice. God, you've got so much money, Angela, dear. So much money, my love. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Righty-ho. I think we've done everyone there, haven't we? Everyone should have had a mentioned at some point during the show. Okay, let's do the raffle tickets. The next raffle is on Monday. You're entitled to one raffle ticket now. So if you want a raffle ticket, please speak now. Please only ask for one raffle ticket, okay? If I miss your name out, don't worry about it. When I get to the end, okay, we'll close those phone lines now as well. Hang on, that's closed. Phone lines are closed, boys and girls. Hang on. Quit. Okay, if you call that number now, you'll get an answer phone, all right? Lines are closed. Boom! That's the lines are closed. I need a lines are closed jingle or a little film there or something like that, don't I? Eh? Okay. Chris, I'm not like Captain Picard. I will not engage. Very good, Angela. Very good, my dear. Very good. Who wants a raffle ticket? Come on, you're allowed one raffle ticket per show. Here we go. Rachel, 170. As I say, please only ask once. When I get to the end of the list, if I've missed you out, please tell me. I'll let you know that. If I've missed you out, please speak now. But just mention once for now, otherwise it gets complicated. There's Rachel. Michael Lawrence, 171. Michael Lawrence, 171. Tony King, 172. Lee Toby, 173. Chris Davis, 174. Sean Pye, 175. T-shirt in the post for Sean. Okay, that is in the post already. I expect you'll get that tomorrow. I was very quick with those. Where did we go? Sean Pye. Where's next? Paulie H 176. Fran 177. Mick 178. For the Manilow hater. MP. I expect he hates you as well. Anyway, Mick 179 for Mr. Dodsworth. Martin 180. George Bond 181. Scrolling. Diane Jeb 182 for Diane. 183 for Russ. Colin Coates 184. Shania 185. Shania, do you know what I've got to play Sunday? I'm going to give you a clue. Can you guess what it is, Shania? She hates it. She absolutely hates it. Mandy 186. Adrian 187. Michael 188. One man and his Sprinter van. God, you're so quiet there, one man. There we are. 189. 189 for one man and his Sprinter van. Oh, why can't I scroll that? That won't scroll. Oh, hang on a minute. Did we get to the end? I might have missed out a whole section of people here. Hang on a minute. Or did I? No. Good God, I got to the end. That was quick. Oh, okay. Anyway, have I missed anyone out? Please speak now, boys and girls. Please speak now if I've missed anyone out, and I shall correct myself. We do like a bit of correction. I shall correct myself. And then we've got to go because Martin's up far too late today. My brother-in-law is up far too late. And my sister get very, very upset if he doesn't go to bed soon because they won't be able to get up early for the children. Thank you. Lovely to speak to you, Russ. Anytime you want to call in on a Thursday night. We only do the phone lines on a Thursday night. I wonder where Heidi is tonight. She's usually here for the phone-in show, isn't she? Phone-in show or something like that. While I'm just waiting to see if we get anyone I've missed out for the raffle tickets, I'll do you one more story today. One more. Ah, LaBelle. There's LaBelle. Okay, just a moment now. LaBelle is 190. LaBelle, 190. And did I see someone else? Gavin Bass, 191. 191. Thanks, Gavin. Did you do me, says Adrian. I hope not, mate. Not unless it was a really dark night in a dark room somewhere. I blooming well hope not. Just in case I've missed anyone out with those raffle tickets, please speak now. And I'll just do the story to see if we don't get anyone missed out. And this involves bingo. It's not a nice story, I've got to tell you. And I'm concerned that this could be one or two of you on a Sunday night. I'm concerned. Oh, hang on. What have I done? Oh, that's right. That's right. This is in the Daily Mail today. A bingo addict who murdered her elderly uncle to feed her bingo habit admitted to the killing in a video selfie on his mobile phone, a new documentary has revealed. This woman attacked this bloke at his home in Suffolk on June 13, 2013, pushing him down the stairs so that she could rob him. Terrified he would go to the police, however, she strangled the pensioner. This is coming across a bit like a Mandy and Mick story to me. She strangled the pensioner before stabbing him in the neck with a knife. She made off with £300 and was later seen on closed-circuit television in Lowestoft, spending some of the cash on slot machines in an amusement arcade. Oh my! And there's a picture of her. She does look evil. He don't look evil at all. She looks evil. She's got pink hair, for God's sake. Despite damning evidence against her, including a suicide note in which she appeared to admit to the murder, she continued to deny her crime for days. But then the police made a discovery that was to become the tipping point in the case, a video selfie in which she appeared to apologise for the crime. She is reported to have said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it to happen." So she basically mugged him or murdered him so that she could get money to carry on playing the bingo. And I'm concerned that the same thing is going to happen here with one or two of you. Awful. Awful. Right, any more tickets then? Gloria, that's the one, Shania. Gloria, Gloria, here next year. I don't know how I'm going to play that. It's not an easy song, not easy one to play. It's just a bit boring, to be honest. Not very tuneful, is it, that one, Shania? Sorry, LaBelle. It's all coming out tonight, isn't it? Right. And we're done. Good. We're done this evening, boys and girls. Thanks ever so much for joining us on our little phone intro. Not too many calls. Yvonne. Yvonne, you're so lucky there to get in at the end there. 192 for Yvonne. Yvonne Lemon, 192. Yeah, thanks very much for joining us today. Not too many calls tonight, but that's okay. You know, no one's forcing you to call in or anything. I don't need calls to be able to do the show. If you ever do, let me do a little bit of advice here. Anyone who does radio or thinking of doing radio shows or anything like that, never ever prepare your show to be flooded with phone calls and emails. Sometimes you get none. Sometimes you get none at all. You should never ever prepare yourself around phone calls. You need to prepare yourself for a show, and then if you get phone calls or anything, all well and good. If not, doesn't matter because you've already prepared it. So there's a little bit of advice there that I learned ages ago. Hello to Tay. Hello, Tay. All right, darling. Hello, Tay. She's at work today, working hard, aren't you, Tay? Thanks for joining us on the show tonight. I'll be with you again tomorrow morning. Somewhere between 9 and 10 o'clock, I expect. We've been a little bit later this week. I'll try and be a bit earlier tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to go and have my dinner today. I've got my very last frozen campfire stew, which I'm looking forward to. Shania's first Holy Communion. We had to make the actions for pieces flowing like a river. What the hell is that, dear? Pieces flowing. Is it something like I can just imagine you doing that now. You know, the thing is, Shania, you are a vast advantage to many, many other people. You're a vast advantage to many other people, Shania, because if they really get on your nerves, you just get your violin out, don't you, my love? I'll see you tomorrow morning. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much for watching and listening to the show. Cheerio now.